Recording started, so over to, yeah.
Okay. So, hi everybody. I am Preeti.
And I'm Pranav.
Mishti, can you tell your name?
Yeah, and I'm Mishti.
Okay. So, I'll take you all through a quick run through of Mishti's journey in our life. Like Mishti's journey. Just a moment, I'll share my screen. Yeah. So this is Mishti's journey from her conception till date. She is 7.5 years old now. So initially, from in the first year when we conceived Mishti, we did an ISP course, which is Infant Siddha program, which helped us which helped us to understand the child behavior, and it helped us to really understand how we can be parents or better parents, because we were first time parents. So for us it was important to understand. So ISP helped us a lot, and because of that, in the first year we did lots of music. We played classical, instrumental, and classical music. We did lots of physical activities with Mishti. We put her upside down and did lots of physical activities with her. Then we kept talking with her a lot. We did everything, say and do. We talked with her, whatever we wanted to do. We always told her in advance that this is what is happening. So that is what talking, say and do that we kept doing. Then we created photo albums, personal photo albums, real photo albums. Like if we have to show her some animals, then it will not be from any book or something. We created our book in which we had clicked the pictures of those animals, and we had pasted those animals like that. And there were lots of other books, like we created places book and we created family book. So that way we created picture book for her. Then we also concentrated a lot on five senses, like we took her to different places and made her touch things of different surfaces. Then we made her listen to different types of sounds, and we played fun games with her while exposing her to five different senses. So there was some intention behind, but while doing that we were playing and having fun with her. So this was her first year. Then from first year to third year, it was all about mother toddlers. Yeah, we really joined two mother toddlers instead of doing one, because one was focusing more on physical aspect and another was focusing more on values and everything. So we thought that, and also we really wanted to focus also on a lot of social interaction, lots of making friends, and I myself making friends with other parents, and Mishti making friends with her lots of other children around. So that way we did, and play group was there. We took parks. We went for all local public events happening around in Mumbai, or even nearby areas like Strawberry Festival or Chiku Festival or any kind of festival happening. So we went for all of that. Then live sports events we went for, like football match we went for hockey match, which was all live, and also it was all that way with us. Then nature walk events happening, road travels. We took her to all nearby places near Mumbai, like Mathiran and Lonavala and Mahabaleshwar, Goa. So all of these road travels kept happening, and even nearby areas wherever anything is happening, social gatherings. So we never stopped ourselves, like saying that, oh, we have a small child, we can't go for social gatherings, we can't meet friends right now. And so we just kept on, and we met as many people as we could. Whether it would be our friends or family friends or any social gathering happening, and we were always up for it. Then all the types of workshops or events happening, we were there. Then in her third to fifth year of age, it went on to her primary, pre-primary school. She started with her simple, like some sessions on gymnastics also. Then this was all about exposure. We were just trying to give her as much exposure as we could. So gymnastics she joined, and then live. We started at this time also. We started live, going for live music concerts. So it was a beautiful, fun experience as a family. So going for these music concerts. Then we played. We used to play. We do play a lot of board games together. Then we did lots and lots of storytelling with her. And here at this age, when she was between 3 to 5 years of age, we ourselves as parents, we got into storytelling as our own work only. We got into this kind of work, and she was very interested in storytelling in every way. Like even if she would have done our session for 5 times for the same story, but even for 6 times she would be as excited as she is doing for the first time. So that way, then we used to visit science centers and bird viewing, and here we have flamingo, yeah, flamingo watching, and then stargazing. So all of that we used to do. Then this Kala Ghoda festival, year on year in Mumbai, we have this Kala Ghoda festival. Here we very specifically we go for watching classical dance. Okay, so from this age only, from 3.5 years of age, she used to sit for 3 hours, 4 hours of continuous classical dance watching. So and she used to have fun. We used to have fun. So that was a beautiful family time together. Then playtime, she used to be. She was very independent with her friends, going down in the society and playing alone and with them, and alone in the sense with their friends, and not needing us at every place, so that way. And then at this age also we started doing a lot of holidaying and traveling around also, like Rajasthan and all, lots of trips we started doing. So that traveling experience we added to. Then from 5 years to 7 years of age, she was promoted to primary school, for which she was always very excited. So this is the time when she is actually been doing all conventional schooling till second standard, till last year 2000, or you can say 2020, February March. Okay, and while she was in primary school, she did classical dance form. She joined OTC. She did Bharatanatyam. Then she also started learning keyboard, guitar. Then we have these karaoke nights at home, wherein we sit together, we sing together. And then she also learned swimming. She is very fond of reading. She reads all kinds of books, and very fond of reading. Then she also got hooked with movies at this age. Like earlier, before 5 years of age, if you talk about any movie, any even animated movie, she would not watch. She would start crying, and she would really not watch any movie. But at this age, she started watching movies, and she got interested. So all good, fun movies, all child-friendly movies, she got exposed to. And yeah, then she learned cycling also. And this is the time when I did Jagriti program, and it just went bonkers for me at that time. This is around 2 years back when I did Jagriti, and I really couldn't make much of it. But then we'll come back to Jagriti again. I did Jagriti again, and that is when it made a lot of difference to me and my family. Yeah, and then by like 6 year of her, 6 years or 7 years, I can say that we started meeting a lot of unschooling families. That also brought in a lot of change in our perspective and our way of thinking and all. So then now I'll just talk about her 7 year plus age, which is like from, you can say, December 2019 till date. Okay, so here what happened, from like October, November 2019, we frequently started meeting a lot of unschooling community people, and we started visiting for their events, anything happening anywhere, and we'll be there. So we'll not miss out anything like that. So that is what started happening by the end of 2019. And then came COVID 2020, and lockdown in March 2020. So then for doing our own storytelling, so Mishti was part of every story, every creation of video. She helped us a lot, and she was the introducer of all the stories. Then in February, she completed her second standard as per the conventional schooling, and third standard started. And then was the time when lockdown started, right? So it was all online. So April 2020, 1 month we did third standard for her, conventional, and it was all absolutely online. So now, further to this, I will invite Pranav to talk about it, and Mishti will share her experience about ROD and everything. So I'll now, pass it on to Pranav.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. So basically, as what Preeti mentioned, till Feb, or you can even say back till April, we were into conventional schooling mode. As not we, as in Mishti actually. So and as a parents, we were there, of course. So that we basically had to shift from that to homeschooling, unschooling. As Ratnesh mentioned earlier, it's all different tags. Basically, getting into different space, different zone, or learning thing. So before getting into that space, there were many things, and I think what we have made here, if you see the screen here and the slide, it will basically be typical. Any parent would have these kinds of anxieties, or these queries about shifting to this open schooling kind of a thing. And idea here is not to say that any particular approach is right or wrong. Idea is just, it is our journey. We are just sharing our journey. That's it. As a parent, we were aware, like since last couple of years, we have been, of course, this has been a talk about the homeschooling and everything. So we were aware about it, but we were not very clear about it. So we didn't know how it works actually. What we understood was that syllabus hai, syllabus parents probably they can manage by themselves at home, and that's how it works. That's it. So that is what we understood as a basic broad thing. But we never got into nitty-gritty as to how it was, or what happens, and probably we didn't even look out enough for it maybe as a parent. But as a parent, we were always experimental. So as a parent, we were always proactive, and we want to experiment with things, and we want learning to be experiential. So not necessarily just book kind of a learning. So that was there at back of the mind somewhere, but probably we were not ready for it. The basic apprehensions then before plunging into ROE was who will take the responsibility, like how do we go about it, like we have our basic work to do, or our profession, or whatever livelihood earn karna hai, and apart from that who will take the responsibility, like with earlier age, middle 5 6 7, probably we think it is possible, probably you can learn that maths, or you can learn that much of science, but post that what happens at the higher age. So that was always a kind of a apprehension, and the fear of responsibility probably. So that was one. Other than that, there was that constant thought, or doubt about how would we arrange for resources. Like say if we are doing homeschooling, she's out of a regular schooling. So where do I get a big playground for her to play as a part of a group, or as a part of a group where all the children are playing, probably football, XYZ. Of course, there are parks and there are normal community grounds available. But when you talk in this particular certain environment, so we were worried about that. We were also worried as to maybe there are certain things, certain aspects, certain tools which are required, and probably which we might not be able to provide. Maybe there's a lot of stuff available at school which probably we probably as a single parent cannot invest into. So how do we go about that? So that was the resources probably also created that barrier kind of a thing, and we were not sure. This is the other point was social connection. This is a very standard worry of any parent who wants to migrate from one zone to other zone. Okay, socially kya hoga? What will happen in terms of whom will child interact with at that age? So probably there is, of course, there is a building. You have building friend, or probably you have friends of your parents as a child. But then as independent group, and when you are going to school, probably you have a larger base, and probably child can have more social interactions there. But what happens otherwise? How does child interact, and what happens to social skills? That emotional quotient and all those things. And probably we have been brought up in that environment as a child. Probably we went to a regular school, so we feel social environment comes from only school. So that is what was kind of a doubt, or again a sort of a hurdle. And then last was in terms of knowledge. So when we say when we want to take on the responsibility of homeschooling, so you again feel, okay, how will I provide her everything that might need? So my personal knowledge could be limited. I could be good at certain things. Maybe I'm good at maths, or Preeti is good at say drawing or arts. But maybe she wants to learn more about music, or she wants to know more about something very about any subject in more depth. And probably our knowledge or our experience is very limited. So how do we provide that thing to her as her requirements that probably we start increasing? So and our skills are also limited. Probably I might be good at math, maybe I'm not good at explaining to someone. So that can also become a limitation. So those factors were always there, and probably these were the doubts which we had. But gradually, as Preeti mentioned, since last year, we started meeting more and more of these parents who are into this space. So now, in fact, for the first time since I think November, October, we got introduced to this idea of open schooling. So till now, it was more of homeschooling. However, when there's a particular syllabus and you do that syllabus, probably say 1 year syllabus, probably parents finish that syllabus in 3 months, and probably the child is free for the next 9 months. I'm just putting in time frame just to understand. But that's the whole thing. And but open schooling, wherein the child himself or herself is the force or the one who drives the whole thing, and that was never there as a concept in our mind. Can this happen really? Well, so that open schooling thing probably happened, or probably you understood more of it when you started meeting more parents in this unschooling interactions, where mostly it was with because of Manish Freeman and his set of people. And then we went to Freebird, which is their community here in Thane, and there's another community in Sion. So there are these parents have taken this initiative wherein they will teach the children, and it's a nice, healthy, good, very, very, I would say, learned and very, very proactive set of parents who have taken this initiative, and it is very nice. So we got far more comforted in the sense that हम लोग एक दो जन नहीं है, there are quite a few people already doing it, and probably we are far too late to join this. So people are already doing it. So that was there. Again, the community support, as I mentioned, since there are, as Ratesh said in the beginning, a community plays a very vital role. So when you know that there are people, or people as in me as a parent of my child, similarly there are parents of various different children who are also willing to shoulder that responsibility. So ultimately, what we realized here in terms of our responsibility thing, okay, when there are many parents, so the responsibility gets distributed. So today I probably can teach maths to all the children there. Preeti can teach arts or whatever to all the other children. There could be some parent who's a good dancer. She can take responsibility of teaching dancing. Just what happens at Aharohi. So we'll move to that gradually. But that's what the idea was. Basically, all the parents, everybody has some kind of a skill in their professional life or in whatever way they do, and that can be imparted to children in a very, very healthy manner, in a very caring manner. You don't require a very commercial kind of a thought process behind it. It can happen very naturally. So that community thing, that helps. So basically, that was a very important, in terms of, it gives you that comfort in sense that everything is not to be done by me. There are people to, hold my hand, hold my child's hand, and everybody will work together, and it will become very healthy and a robust system. So that was one. In terms of, again, I'll just skip to this social interaction. So when we say, responsibility, again, there, peer learning happens a lot. So when you talk peer learning, in typical school, what happens, the child goes to 3rd standard, the child is interacting with that age group, probably a band, say whatever the age group is. So that band, the child is interacting with. But when you are into this open learning phase, or maybe homeschooling, whatever you call it, the child is interacting with, when it's in a community setup, the child is interacting with the lower age group also and with the higher age group also. And there is a lot of peer learning happening. So that also takes away a lot of responsibility, because when children are interacting, they are talking, they are discussing, they are sharing their experiences. So a lot of learning is happening there also. So one, peer-to-peer learning, and other parent learning. So ultimately, as a parent, my load becomes a lot less, as what probably we envisaged earlier. So that was great. In terms of infrastructure, I would say there is enough and more infrastructure. I think there are campuses. Arohi is one. There are many such campuses across. I'm sure in each cities there would, like Bombay, can say that I know 3-4, and I'm sure there are more. I'm sure there are more in Bangalore as well, and there are many other parts of India. So there is adequate infrastructure, and every center has their space, has some sort of a collection of books, or some collection of, say, games, some collection of some kind of apparatuses available at that center, and where people have contributed willingly. they have shared, and also with our experience and with say, suppose I was a banker, so I know many people, many people in business community. So it would be, I can interact with say some business can take children for a field trip. Okay, sir, हमारे बच्चों को लाना है, and we probably want to show this manufacturing process. Can you help? And I'm sure nobody would refuse, as per what I understand. And so that's there. So that infrastructure is also there. So it is not that there is lack of infrastructure, and there is very good infrastructure. In fact, apart from that, what we also learned, while it is called open schooling or homeschooling, but there is very clear focus. While it is child centric, it is very child driven. But at the same time, there is some kind of clarity about it. It's just not just like random things happening. There is very clear focus. There is very clear focus, and there is very fertile and healthy environment being created for the children, and by which children can explore in a very nice fashion, and they can do things. And what the good thing I like about this whole community setup is there is very good harmony and coexistence. So it is like nobody is competing with no one. It's not that this typically what happens, one school is competing with other school in terms of seeking admissions. There are different things happening, but here it is harmony and coexistence. Like everybody is helping out each other. So when I'm interacting one set of parents in some say local community, those parents would know Arohi, or probably Arohi would know somebody in other set of parents in Mumbai, or there are some other setups in some other part of India. So everybody is coexisting. So there is no competition. There is no this kind of rat race wherein institutes are struggling or fighting with each other. It's in fact very good, healthy cooperative movement, I can say. So it's very healthy. So that is very important. So that is what these are the factors which helped us to seek better clarity in terms of the open schooling and this aspect. And then what happened actually, the trigger point was COVID, of course, because once probably COVID gave us a lot. It gave me infection. I was home quarantined for 1 month, so I got infected for a month. But that apart, I'm fine. But then apart from that, it gave us this beautiful journey, probably a trajectory. We are in a completely different orbit now, orbit shift. So basically, COVID, when we did that 1 month of schooling, especially the online schooling that we did, probably somewhere, our experience with school has been fantastic. We are happy parents otherwise, but somehow we were not satisfied, and we felt there is a need probably for a shift or for a change. And that's where, and then as Preeti mentioned, Jagriti for the second time. You want to add anything?
Yeah. So here, along with this lockdown and along with the school going on for the online sessions, Jagriti happened online for me as a parent, and it opened all my eyes and ears, and all my senses got opened here. And I got really focused, and I started, a lot of discussions started happening at home and with Mishti, with Prana. We as a family started discussing a lot about everything, and there we started feeling a lack of something with the schooling system when it was happening online. And we could see, we could really see, means when children were going physically, then it was a different story, means but when it was there is at home and we could see on the screen what's going on, so it was so then and that very moment Jagriti happened again, and I attended that, and it was a beautiful experience. So yeah, these are the triggers, and then comfort.
So triggers. So basically, ultimately, what gave us comfort was when we finally took the decision.
And this time, I could understand Jagriti fully.
Okay. So the comfort basically came finally as talking to more and more parents. So when we started talking to more and more parents, it gave us better clarity. We started talking to them. They also helped us in terms of these are the options available. You can do this, you can do that. Probably there is this school, or not school necessarily. There is this community here. So there are different things. You can go take this approach. You can take this route. Maybe this is the board that you can look at. So many different things, and the options started coming up. So that comfort talking to parents who are already there into this space, that helped. Secondly, of course, we spoke to Arohi founders. So that is Ratnesh and Aditi there. So I think Preeti had one phone conversation with Ratnesh, and Ratnesh somehow made things very clear, and it kind of made it very flexible and very open, kind of like it was very open kind of a discussion, and wherein they said that it's a lot of flexibility and many things happening, because till then we were quite not very familiar with Arohi then. So he gave that comfort.
So the kind of answers Ratnesh gave to my questions, I still they are still lightning effect they have on me. So that was then like one phone call of half an hour with Ratnesh, and like then later I also connected with Aditi also. But that half an hour of talk with Ratnesh was a real eye opener, and we just plunged into this open schooling, open learning, and ROV. Yeah.
So that happened, and post that, as Misty was on her movie seeing kind of a streak. So we happened to see this movie Summerhill. So this Summerhill is a movie which is about something about education system and all in UK. So it was a very interesting, nice movie, and we all as a family saw this. And Misty loved the movie, and she liked the idea in terms of the kind of schooling and everything is described in the rather shown in the movie. So she loved it. So then after that we had a dialogue with Misty, and we asked her, okay, Misty, what do you think? Like, this is one probably kind of a thing which can be done, and there is conventional schooling which you're already doing, like as of now, the online classes and all. So what is your thing? Like, would you like to take chance, or would you like to move on to this? So she was very clear in her response, saying, if it's going to be just online, then I'm really not interested, because I don't find it much exciting, or there's not real learning happening for me. So and especially, so as a family, we initially, when at that point, I'm just in that point in time, so we thought, okay, might as well ek saal ke liye, let's try, let's see what happens. Let's take this plunge, experiment. Ek saal jayega, nothing matters in life. So ek saal is not a big deal. So we thought with that idea, we plunged into this. But as of now, things are fantastic, beautiful. I'm sure Misty will share her experience, so probably it will become more clearer then.
So now it is over to Misty. Misty, you can share your experience.
Yeah. So hello everyone. I'm Mishti. I'm 7.5 years old. First, I used to go to school, but then I joined Arohi. So Arohi has been a great journey so far. First, when I joined Arohi, I was clueless, and there were many disagreements in my family. I didn't understand the clubs and sessions. Then I understood Arohi more and more. And more clubs keep coming in Arohi based on our interest. In Arohi, we all are students and we all are teachers. And did you know that nowadays in Arohi, children are co-hosting sessions and preparing for it? And how these sessions will be, they only think. And in Arohi, we are free to learn any way we want. And my learning styles are using Google and seeing videos and talking to people. And I also get a lot of encouragement from Arohi members. There are various clubs run by children and parents together, like nature club, reading club, writing club, dance club, art club, etc. And every time we interact and do things in clubs, it gives us so many new ideas and opens up many possibilities. Apart from the club, there are many other sessions which bring the children and their families together, such as Friday Multiplex, Showtime, and Jatri. In Friday Multiplex, there is Learning Mela, wherein community members set up different stalls to share their learning based on that day's topic. Showtime involves fun activities and sharing of experience on different themes like games, multi-talk, etc. In Jatre, an expert from certain fields like music, photography, traveling, construction, dance share their life journey and expose children to their work. And there's also opening and closing circle, where we discuss about planning and reflection. In opening circle, we discuss about a plan for the week and understand other planning. And in closing circle, we discuss about reflection and if we follow the planning or not. I am currently doing online sessions and I very much love it. And I'm so excited and looking forward to go to Arohi campus. Thank you.
Oh, so beautifully narrated Mishti. I think that was Mishti in Bengali is also means sweet. A special sweet. So this was the topping of special. Yeah, I think over to all of you who are there in the call with us to maybe type your questions in chat window, come on mic and connect with Preeti and Pranav and Mishti. What I enjoyed, Preeti, Pranav and Mishti, listening is that how right from the beginning you shared so many different things which is happening in Mishti's life, and I think that makes a lot of enriching exposure for children, kind of a thing. So I was like quite mesmerized with the kind of exposure. The first slide which you put, I'm sure people have maybe something to ask you. You have covered quite a lot, especially when people ask who are new to the homeschooling, unschooling, that how do I go about it? What all I think. So the first slide which you shared, and the second one with whatever your inner journey, it was beautiful to listen. Yeah, so open to people for the question interaction. I can see some of you who have been speaking to me and wanting to ask how do I go about it, and I've asked you to come for this webinar. You want to ask a question to Preeti, Pranav and Mishti, come on mic, or maybe you can type in the chat window your questions. So while people are putting up their question, Preeti and Pranav and Mishti, any of your apprehensions, which that I think Pranav did share about the resources and other things, those apprehensions, but like one of the main major thing comes is that how will the child learn reading, writing, or mathematical things or things like that. Any of your apprehension, and how did you or how you have been working on that, if you want to share by the time people are.
Reading, probably I think Misty is like 7 now, and at that time I think children probably already start reading and probably a little bit of math, because I personally take interest in math, and as we said, we have been exposing her to stories. So since very early age we have been reading stories to her, and she is a very avid reader, so she likes to read. So she has read Harry Potter and Percy Jackson, Sudha Murthy, Roald Dahl, and everything, like most of the book. So she's a very, very avid, like you have to snatch book away from her hand. That's the kind of thing she is like. She keeps reading. So we have not faced that, but I'm sure could be that there could be parents. So luckily for us, we have not been through that.
So what I'm listening is the exposure, and we sometimes we don't know the effect of those exposures, but then it does makes a lot of difference in the environment, the way the child is growing up, what the child is picking up, and left to the. Yeah, I think Chinu, you were trying to ask something, trying to come on the mic. You want to come on mic? Or anybody, Kritika, you want to come on mic and ask anything? You just shared that you're 7-year-old child and you want to start homeschooling, how to go about it. Here we have a 7.5-year parents who are.
Can I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yes, Gia.
This is Purvi.
Oh, this is
Who's operating my daughters.
Yes, Purvi, go ahead.
I just want to know that how, what do you do? Like, you have a conventional school, you do online sessions. So similarly, you are joining ROE. So how does the whole day start? Or what happens? What are the activities, or what exactly is happening in ROE?
So I think Mishti would be the best person to answer this question.
Yeah, so basically I just get up, and then it's like there's like also fitness club, so I do fitness with that, and then there are different clubs on different timings. Mostly it starts like children's club, it starts from 11 mostly, like my club starts from 11, and like from that time onwards, I'm always like doing clubs, and then after a while, it's like even in the middle, I'm eating my food and reading a lot. I'm reading a lot, yeah. And I also even in the evening I go to play down. Yeah, so I think I
So I will just put a little just thought here, a little more to and add on to what Mishti has said. So what happened? Like honestly, when she started her online conventional schooling, so 1 month we did that, and she was really very clear that I don't want to do online schooling. Like I don't want to go to my school online. Okay, but and then we discussed about ROV. We saw the movie as we shared and all, and this also was online. Yeah, ROV also started from June 2020. Like they started online, and I was really happy that they have started online because physical movement was not possible, and I really wanted some community wherein Misty can be part of it. So now, honestly telling, Mishti is part of most of the clubs happening in ROV, and they are all happening online, and she is part of mostly all of them. So you have to now understand what quality means, what actually these clubs and these things, that kind of interest they would have been creating, that Mishti is doing online only. Like she was not ready to do online conventional schooling, but she is doing now online ROV. But here, what beautiful learning she must be going through, that she is there every moment. Like she doesn't want to miss out on anything. So
Speak about which clubs and all. What she wants.
yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes I feel very sleepy, but still I attend the club.
Yeah, so it happens at times that even when she's feeling sleepy, but ROE sessions are so very beautiful, so enriching. They are so child driven also. No, they give like so much freedom to the child. They give so much of power to the child that the child feels really there, and the child feels so comfortable. And Mishti especially is loving ROV experience, and she is like waiting for it to open up, and she is ready to go without us also to Bangalore.
No, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Purvi, also to add what she's talking about is when she's talking about the clubs, I think these are interest-based club, and that's where the open learning begins with that you decide what you want to do, and there is a whole platter for you to choose from. So just to clarify, Purvi, now, yeah, Preeti, what I understand is that she did her conventional schooling online for a month, but now she's completely into this. So the transition, I remember, Preeti, that maybe there were certain things that, okay, no, you do this, but then now the slowly the transition has happened, that which is completely driven by Mishti. So Preeti, you want to add a little more onto that?
Absolutely, absolutely. So even Mishti shared in her talk that initially, yes, as a family, when we joined ROV, initially we actually in open learning, what I want to share is, it is we as parents who really need to learn. Children are learning at their own pace, and they are there, and they know what they want to do. They are very clear. It is we who are not clear. Okay, so initially when we had started ROE, so it was all very open learning. So for me, it was very difficult to digest how do I let all the time go like that. She's wasting time here and there, and all of those. And we had, as a family, we used to have little agreements and disagreements, and all of that used to happen. And I used to sit with Mishti and make her planning and make her timetable of the day, a timetable of the week, and all of that. And when things are not going in the way it has been designed, then we are feeling very irritated and all of. So that was the initial journey. But now, slowly and steadily, with this experience, and it is only an experience of I'm saying 4.5 months, 4.5 months of online experience. So it is so very beautiful that that shift in me as a parent has happened. Like Pranav was honestly very clear, and he was not that pokey or nosy from very initial days only, but I was a lot. So that shift has happened in wherein I have stopped myself,
You both
and
were.
instead of troubling her, instead of telling Mishti things, I have started working on my own self. Instead of telling her to make planner, I make my own planner. I make my own things and I work according to my planner. And I'm busy doing my stuff only. And in Arohi, like Mishti is learning, I'm also equally learning so much, so much. So I'm also like Mishti is sleepy and still she will be joining some club. I will be also feeling sleepy and I'll be joining the club. I'll not miss out on anything because I really, really feel that it is very beautiful.
Yeah, you feel like that, but actually you don't do it. You go to sleep.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so Purvi, I hope it gives you some clarity on what you're.
No, I have one more question. Say, suppose I tell my children that okay, you join Arohi, but they will never leave us, and I stay in Pune. So, after the lockdown is over, what is the next step? Because they will definitely not leave us. I mean, we have tried so many times, but they're like, we are not going to leave you guys and go. So what do I do?
Go with them like
I think Pranav was also talking about it's not only about Arohi, so it's not that the open schooling or homeschooling starts with Arohi and ends with Arohi. There are, I would say, there are communities, there are more parents who are working on. I guess Pranav was also talking about that aspect also. So it's not one place, or it's not about one set of people which can lead your decision what exactly you want to do for your child. Now, some of these learning spaces are just there as a support system, but when you start, then there are many more options opens up. And as Ratnesh was saying in the beginning also that um, it's the family which is there. Uh, it's the it's the ecosystem which we create around us, which allows us once we close the door of the traditional schooling or the whatever the known paths. When we close those doors, they realize that there are many more different doors that are available. So, and Karan has been talking about things like community, things like parents groups, nothing else. There's a lot more learning opportunities around your house, in your own space where you're living. Yeah. So that should
Yeah.
help you and support you. So this whole framework that learning has to be in the hand of one institute, it's something which we all need to come out of it. Ratnesh, you want to add to this?
Yeah, I just want to say that, but the Aro is still there, meaning in the sense it's still available to you from Pune.
Yes, now it's difficult to leave you guys after attending your sessions.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with lockdown. Lockdown maybe helped us start it. As Pranav mentioned, it was like an opportunity, it was a trigger. But now, wherever you are, whichever part of the universe, even from Mars, you can be with us.
You were trying to say something. We're getting a lot of background sound. You want to come on mic? That's the name on the our, participant list, or is that you're trying to talk? Not sure. Yeah. Now it's muted. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, Purvi, you want to say something? You were saying something.
Yeah, so my question is that I would love my kids to experiment Arohi, but then it's like the middle of the year. So what do I do now? What's that?
Yeah, so we can take more questions. You can ask more questions to Mishti, especially.
Yeah, so
She's
Purvi,
waiting.
yeah, we can also take say the ROE related thing if there are no other questions or towards the end of it. So if there is anything specific you want to ask Preeti, Pranav, or Mishti, I think we can take those questions first and then.
I think Preeti, Pranav, and Mishti, your talk was so comprehensive. Nobody has questions. You covered everything.
Actually,
We'll share the slides.
Actually, when I was listening, that was the one thing in my mind that you have covered all the aspects. Which
Should have left little, not for people to ask.
I guess Kritika wants to ask something. Kritika, you want to ask?
No, just hugs.
That was the wonderful talk. Yeah, actually, I was thinking everything has been covered: apprehensions, triggers, comfort, all your internal thoughts, kind of a thing. Yeah.
Just one thing I want to add to Purvi's question when she was asking about how do I move from Pune to Bangalore. So, so for us also same thing was there, but you have to really experience Arohi to understand that. And not you, your children actually more than you. Children have to experience Arohi. The moment they will experience it, you don't know what they will tell you.
And in open schooling, I don't think there is half year, 1 year, quarter year, nothing. You just start. There is not even a vacation there, probably. I don't know. We have not been through that.
It's all
No,
about
They
vacation
take-
is there.
they
You just
take
have to
holiday.
decide that you want a vacation.
Yeah, so they take holiday even after asking the whole community that whether there should be a 1-day holiday or also the community decides.
So Misty, I also want to listen from you what kind of person you are and what is that makes you exciting, makes you alive. Uh,
I didn't quite understand.
okay, so what makes you excited? Right now, I can see you excited. What is making you so exciting?
Well, I'm not excited, but I'm just very happy. I don't know why.
Okay, and what makes you happy?
Like I said, I don't know why.
Okay, so
You
when
see,
you
it's forced smile. Like, I don't know, I'm trying to stop it, but it's becoming a smile again.
okay, so when you say when you do theater in the club, when you do art, when you do reading sessions, when you do what are the other things? What are the other things which you do? What is that which makes you interested or doing and participating? You want to share anything?
Yeah, so I really like reading a lot, and I get very interested in it. Like, I'll even read for one and a half hours. Like, I can read the whole day if the book is big enough. Otherwise, I'll finish it in some time only. So it's like I love reading. I get very interested in it. And soon I feel like I'm one of the characters. I always imagine that I'm one of the characters. And I even like dancing a lot. Like usually while I'm just in my bathroom, I'm dancing inside it. So yeah.
And what about theater?
So, Misty, can you
Yeah.
tell a little more about all the clubs that you're doing and what activities you're doing there?
Yeah. So I do many clubs as Preeti might have mentioned. So I first of all I really love the science club that I do because in that there are many experiments I know, but then also there was this new experiment about a magnet which I liked a lot from a wire or something. So there are new things that I'm learning from that, and also there is art club from which I learned sketching and I made a portrait. So even that was very nice. And then, yeah, and then there's Swing Club, and that we just discuss about what we want. And we first we used to discuss about problems. Now we don't do that. We just do time pass. Uh, then Theatre Club is also a very nice club in that what we do is we somebody gets activities and then we follow those activities and do it. But now we are not doing the activities. Now we are doing a show about Ruby and the Raja. So yeah, there are many clubs I attend.
So what is Ruby and Raja, Mishti?
They are two characters from a story.
So can you tell a little more about that story and the writer club?
Yeah, so they are basically they are two seeds, and Ruby wants to become a tree, and Raja is her brother. So it's like he tries to help her, but he gets swallowed by a macaw and all that.
Mishti, so basically what I also want to add here is that while doing all these clubs, she has started writing a lot. Means she has started writing poems, she has started writing haikus, she has started writing stories, and in Writers Club they write, they have written a story, Ruby and Raja, that she's talking about. Then uh, same story now, it is to be drawn and illustrated, and a book has to be published, and lot of things happening in all the clubs. And if people do not have question, then I want to share one experience, one very beautiful experience about my own understanding about learning. Can I do that?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Preeti. Yeah. Yeah, Zanat, we'll take your
So,
question after Preeti's experience about the subject-based learning. Yeah, Preeti, go ahead. Yeah.
yeah. So when we were okay, so when I already told that initially when in March, April basically we left. We did 1 month of conventional schooling, and then we shifted and switched to open learning, and that started from June onwards. So initially, I told that I was very skeptical, and I was very. I used to get very hyper with the time and everything, and I used to feel that no, at least something, some structure should be there, and some reading and something we should do from the books which are there for the third standard. So now she was going for third standard. So in that there is this science book. Okay, in that there was a subject birds. Okay, so I used to make sure that every day she reads one chapter from science book and one chapter from math book, one chapter from English, and like that I used to make sure initially. Okay, so that is I'm talking about in July 2020. Okay, so that time we read this chapter from birds, this birds chapter, and it was about we got to know 5 different types of feathers, 5 different types of beaks, 5 different types of colors of birds, 5 different types of legs of birds. Okay, so all that we read, and in a week's time we both forgot. Okay, we both forgot about everything about all different types of bird and their features and everything, right? But in now at the age of 40, after after doing open learning, now I know that birds beak, they keep on growing like our nails. Okay, because if they will not grow, then they will because of wear and tear, it will one day vanish. Okay, so it keeps growing like our nails. This I know after 40 years, after joining open learning. Okay, so and my daughter, she knows at 7.5 years of age, right? So that is the beauty of this open learning. So a lot of discussion, like when we join nature club. So in nature club, so much of discussion happening around nature, around birds, around insects, around flowers and trees and fruits, everything. So we get a real insight about everything. So So that's what I want to share, that there's so many things that we as adults, as 40, 50, 60 years of old, we don't know, because we have just gone through that structure of studies and we have just mugged up and we have forgotten everything. As I told you, like about birds, in a week's time, I myself forgot about what will I expect from Mishti, right? But when we did this kind of discussion about birds, and we learned so many things about birds, so today we know so many new things about birds, and so that's what I would really want to share.
Yeah. I think one of the things which I want to share about Preeti is that she herself is constantly learning, and I think that's where her first slide as a family we just shared, that how many different things which they are doing. And even in Arohi, along with Mishti, she's equally participating in various different things which are happening and which interest her. And I think that has added to her learning journey in many different ways. So Janaz, you're asking that do you do such subject based learning like maths, English? So the answer doesn't lie in me saying yes or no. Answer lies in what the child wants. Yeah, if the child is feeling that I need to have a say subject based learning, yeah, there are people, and then we and they start. So the whole idea is not to start with what I believe as an adult that this is how learning has to happen. I'm sure children have idea that how should their learning should happen and what is that they are looking for right now. Yeah, we can give them a lot of different kind of exposure, but finally what the child is asking. So there are a couple of children who is asking that we want to do a specific say subject based learning, so they have formed a study club. Okay, there are people who say we want to get indulge into say art or music or say science or say nature or programming, whatever I want to get indulged into, no matter if it is a one child. There's a business club happens, only the one child is part of that because he is working on say learning the stock market and he's doing trading, and that's his need is to now go deeper into the business. So for us, as a mentors, as a facilitator, or as a guide around the children, does not matter what I want to give to the child. What matters is that what the child is asking for right now. Yeah. So I don't know if that answered to your question or not.
Yeah, hi Aditi. Hi, this is Jarnaz here. Hi. Hello.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can.
yeah, you can hear you. Me, am I audible?
Yes, yeah, perfectly. Yes, we can.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. And actually, we are in Mumbai. So, are these clubs? Like, how do we connect with them?
So these are.
I think this is best answered by by Preeti, Pranav, and Mishti because they are also in Mumbai.
And yeah, Preeti, hi. Thank you so much. You're a very confident daughter. Just love her. So confidently she's reading. Even my child at 8 is not that confident in reading. So that was a very good thing. And as you are into both of you are into storytelling. My son loves storytelling and narration, listening to stories, and also if we could connect somewhere, so we can. He can also participate. Is there a how can this be done? Like, hello.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, Jarnaz,
Yes.
about this storytelling, we can discuss maybe later.
Okay.
Things
No
related
problem.
to,
No problem.
yeah, yeah. So things, anything that you have,
How
like,
to connect to our
yeah, how to connect to Arohi
Yeah.
and
Yes. The
everything.
club. Yeah.
Yeah, clubs. So club-wise, we are also in Mumbai right now, and it is lockdown. And even in Arohi, Bangalore, there are no children there. Means
Hmm.
yeah. So everything is happening online. Even people from US and people from Kolkata, people from Mumbai, Pune, everywhere, people are joining Arohi X. It is Arohi online. Okay, and we are all connected online. So if you want to connect how online things happen, so you can yeah, connect with Aditi, Ratnesh and Leela and everybody from Arohi. So yeah, and even yeah, if you want me, I will also give you the
So we'll
connection.
share our number with you. If you want, we can separately connect with you regarding. So if you want, we'll just personally write the number to you on the chat box.
Pranav,
That would be
yeah,
nice.
just do that in the chat. You can put your number if you're comfortable and your mail.
Yeah, to everyone, right?
Yeah,
yes.
please. That would be
Yeah,
so.
fine, great, we'll do that.
Yeah, so Jarnaz and others who are listening, to bring this clarity, so these clubs are not commercial clubs. These clubs are not say to there is no there's no agenda behind these clubs, because these clubs are the interest based group coming together within the community. Yeah, so if I just bring the clarity, is that how this whole system work is that it's all about connection, it's all about collaboration, it's all about my interest, what is that I'm interested into, and it's all about that how do I take my journey forward. And if you realize that most of the time, and as I think Preeti has been talking about, is that most of the time children are aware what do they want. Yeah, so they are the leader. It's all about giving the leadership in their hand. Yeah, and then follow them. That yeah, maybe we have a little more experience than number of years what they have, and that's where the adults comes support to them. But what finally matters is that what the children are growing up. So Jarnaz, you was talking about my child is not as confident. The idea is not about that every other child should be say like Mishti or say like Preeti or say like Pranav. The idea is that every child should be like himself or herself. Yeah. So there is always something unique in every child, in each one of us, and I think that is what matters. Yeah. So want to bring this clarity that these clubs are not that we are teaching something and the children are getting something. These are all completely driven by them, their needs, and their levels, their experience. Mixed age comes all different. Like Preeti is there in the same club as somebody, say 5-year-old child is there. They're both together working on theater and art and science and programming and different things. What each one of us wants to learn. Hope that brings some clarity to what we are talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, so age at ROV is 0 to 99. And if you can live up to 200, then also you're welcome.
We shall consider.
Yeah.
Actually, son is 3 years and 1 year, and we are into the clubs. So I guess you also can join. You are welcome for Jaragi.
Yeah. So I think we can close now, unless somebody has any other questions, especially for Preeti and Pranav, and they have also put their number. So you can connect with them. Mishti has also shared that you can visit our website. Private.
Aditi, can I just add something, Aditi, here?
Cool, definitely.
Yeah. So since you mentioned about the uniqueness, so uniqueness about the child, so we have to celebrate that uniqueness. So what happens typically in the school? What happens? We have this parent-teacher meeting when you have this kind of a report card when it says about maths mein the child is doing fairly good, science good, maybe geography not doing that well, craft and all probably not attentive at all. So what happens in that? It's like our medical reports. Like if we go to a doctor or say any lab, if I do my blood report, the 100 parameter में से 2 parameter शायद गलत आएगा ही. So ultimately we are more focused on those two things and correcting those two things rather than enjoying like we are good at 98. And basically our body also is prepared or it gets ready to fight those two things, the irregularities that we have. Our body, body has a mechanism to fight that out, or rather take care of itself as a body. So that is what happens in the school, that fear of not doing well in two is kind of instilled, and we get lost into that thing. And then probably if the child is not doing good in English, we send them to phonics, and it just creates even more disturbing kind of an situation for child probably. So I think uniqueness is something that we need to celebrate, and we need to let child's interest come to the fore, and then the learning really becomes far more interesting. Because when we do storytelling, there are many things which I have learned, like symbiotic relationships. Now I don't know if it was ever taught in our schools, But now when I was doing story and I went through many things, so then I felt ये तो मैंने कभी शायद पढ़ा ही नहीं था, पढ़ा था because probably it was rote learning, I don't know what it was, but and I'm a CA, so I'm not trying to brag that, but idea is we are kind of not going interest based, we are just going as per the syllabus. So if as a child, if I want to know about my body or as a human body, probably first standard will say about head, second standard will talk about till heart, then probably we go down to waist, then we go down to legs. So who are we to decide whether at what age the child should go to which part of the body? So if the child wants to learn about start with the leg, why can't the child start with leg? So what's wrong with that? So that's the whole idea. That's where the disconnect lies. So that's the only thing which I wanted to highlight. So uniqueness and the interest-based learning, that are the two things which make a lot of difference in terms of understanding, learning, and education.
Yeah, how beautifully, Pranav, you have concluded this and brought the attention that how focusing on what the child's unique is much more important to have a holistic whatever living and learning. And yeah, as Zanar is also saying, perfectly said. So maybe before we close, anything you just want to say, anything more? Mishti, I think Mishti has switched off her video. If she just want to share anything, or Preeti, Pranav, you want to share anything?
I will just say one last sentence, like, I was praying like 2-3 years ago, since 2-3 years ago, I used to pray for my daughter Mishti that she should get the best of what she deserves in terms of education and the exposure and everything. She should get the best of it, and I used to pray for it. And today I can very confidently say that yes, she has, my prayers are answered, and she is in the best school, and that first best school is her own school, her own school of learning that she has discovered within her own self. And then comes Arohi, the community that we are in right now. Means all a lot of gratitude and thank you to Arohi and the founders.
Tanvi wants to ask anything. Yeah, please, Tanvi, go ahead. You want to come on mic or?
Yeah, mic. Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yes.
So, yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So, I think you just, Preeti, you just said that you started homeschooling or unschooling, I think this year, right? So it's been around like how many months now? 5-6 months of homeschooling, right?
It's only 4.5 months.
4.5 months, yeah.
Yeah.
So of course, I just like your idea of, whatever you told, it just excites us also to do homeschooling for our son. He's 9 years old. And obviously, I mean, it is quite obvious, we can see nowadays that, if you actually do not do the structured way of living, it is much more enjoyable, and you tend to spend so much time to one thing that you certainly get something out of it. That is what I realize. So I have 2 kids, and so like nowadays I feel there's so many resources online, offline, everywhere. And something, if you want to really learn, you really don't need schooling. That is really, I mean, I'm just seeing nowadays. And also, I wanted to particularly ask you a question, like you are 4.5 months of into homeschooling. So, any particular sudden change which you are which you see in Mishti, which is happening, or like if you want to share something in that aspect? Like when she was in school and when you have switched over, so any particular change which you feel is, you're seeing, yeah.
So Tanvi, Preeti will take the second part of it about the change in Mishti, but the first part where you said about the online, there are so many things available online, and but then that is all passive learning. So see, it doesn't work in a way. You take that thing when there is an interest, you go to the online medium, and then you understand more out of it. That's the availability which you have, which internet provides us, and which is very good. Definitely we should use that tool. or anything else for that matter. You can even start reading a book or any. But that interaction, that plays a very important role. So when these children, they meet and they talk in the clubs or whatever, even parents when they interact, so that interaction is very healthy. So I just want to highlight, I'm not trying to put my storytelling session here, but the idea is we do storytelling. So we have realized when we make it more interactive for children, the children love it more, and that's when their interest peak, and then they want to know more, talk more, understand more. So that is also very important. So having the right community is also plays a very important role, in learning. So while tools are available, but that community plays a very important role, and like-minded people also play a very, 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 very crucial role.
Yeah, absolutely.
That too should be taken care of. And about the second part, can you just say?
Yeah. So in only 4.5 months, I honestly would have, and no parent would have expected this kind of a change in Mishti, what she has shown in 4.5, or maybe you can say that the change that I have myself done in my own self, because earlier I was not able to see things in a right perspective. Now, because of this exposure, I am now able to see things in a better way, in a better perspective. So, if you want to go merit-wise on paper, that what all change she has shown, so she can independently make tea for us. Like independently means starting from picking up things from kitchen to staining it and bringing it on the table and serving it to us. Everything she does. And she's only 7.5, and she has started that all of a sudden on her own. Means I did not expect from her at all. So merit basis, I'm just going. So this is these are things, and then writing. She has started writing a lot of beautiful stuff. Means I already told that she started writing stories, poems, haikus, and she is she has been part of story writing, wherein she has written story with the club, and now Ratnesh and Aditi, they are very enthused about publishing that book, and they are now going to create illustrations about the book. So these are on paper, if you go, that this is what she has achieved. But otherwise, as a human and as a family, we have achieved a lot. We have become a very, very beautiful unit.
So I just want to add a couple of things here. So these were all the specifics of the things that she does. But I would say she has become far more responsible in the manner she handles herself.
Yeah.
So the thing is,
just to interrupt, So you think that this is happening just because she's getting more time to do, or you're giving her more time to do things? Is it happening because of
it's
that?
It's the approach. So the time definitely is there, of course. Because in
for
school,
example, you told that she's started making tea on her own, right? Just a very small thing is coming to my mind. So do you tell her, or she's just doing it by seeing and just how is it happening?
So that's what I'll just address this. So the thing is, there are two things. So what happens in typical, see, again, I'm not here to talk against about anything, but just trying to make the facts clear. The thing is, the schooling, what happens, the children are, say, probably online for 2 hours, and there are 4 hours of assignments. So ultimately the child, and probably the interest level is probably not there. So what happens, the child is in a probably not a very healthy state of mind. After what he finishes the school, he just wants to probably just run away somewhere. So here when as a family, as a bond, like Preeti, Mishti, at times me, so we are there together, and there is this very strong bond being created, and now she feels that mummy thak gayi, I want to make chai for her. So that also plays a role. So that is one part. And responsibility wise, now earlier, as she said, they make planning and they do reflection. So after 2 months, 3 months more, she reflected on what she was planning, and probably she was not able to achieve that planning. She now realizes, how realistic her planning should be, what should she look at, how she should go about her day, and it gets part of her DNA then gradually.
I think you become more aware also of the things happening around, because even I am facing the same issues with my son and my daughter. Not my daughter. My daughter is very small. But with my son, I always feel that, he, in fact, this lockdown helped in realizing so many things, because you get so much time together that they are also seeing that we are tired. Okay, let me do this thing. So I think with the school, you really don't get time. Both sides. It's not only the child; it's also the parents, because we have to be more prepared. We have to be more prepared for them. So
So in
I
terms of
think
progress,
yeah,
sorry
yeah,
to cut you out, but
yeah,
in terms of progress, like now today she has done this session and she has presented herself. Now before
yeah,
this, she might have done it 2-3 times earlier as well. But
yeah,
always she was last minute thing, like abhi
yeah.
karna hai, so she'll be like 5 minutes before she'll write out something and
Mm,
she'll start speaking, because she
yeah.
normally talks very confidently. That is there, but her
Mm,
content might not be there. But today she was ready one day earlier. So this also
mm,
happens. So more the exposure, more the
yeah,
child gets into this kind of environment where they have to talk, where they participate, where they
yeah,
interact, and this is the kind of mode of learning. So they
yeah.
also eventually start understanding, I want to better myself and this is how it should be. So they figure
Yeah.
it out.
Also, like whatever said and done, I've seen like so many schools are opening, so many different types and philosophies and whatsoever is opening nowadays. But still, I feel, it is the same structure where 2 or 3 kids in a class really bloom in something, in certain things, and they are being, projected everywhere, and rest all are just following up. Still there, I feel, it is, I can, I feel that.
So for that, probably that you can do couple of things. Probably you can somewhere get into interactions, or joining
Yeah,
something with ROE, or also you
yeah.
can probably just to get a taste, you can watch movie Summer Hill.
Summerhill. Yeah, yeah. I just noted down.
Yeah.
You told that, so I, yeah, I'm
And
gonna.
Summerhill is a actually replica of Arohi, like that
Mm-hmm.
is made in a European style, and in India we can say Arohi is like that. So now even
Hmm.
Mishti visualizes Arohi to be like it's like very uh, yeah, it's very lovely actually. How do I say? One thing I wanted to actually say, which I just slipped off, I don't remember now. About your question only, I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so basically, a very important change that we see in Mishti is her sense of responsibility, that she has become very responsible for her own self. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's it. And Aditi Ratnesh, you can add on, like, what? Yeah, please.
Yeah, so I think so, Tanvi. I want to bring this perspective that it's not about again the results which we are looking
Yeah.
for the
Mm-hmm.
child. As you were saying that child gets the time, and I think that's where the child gets the time to connect with self.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm. It's
and
very important actually. Even we, as an adult, like post my marriage of 12 years, I realize now, like when I really do something, so it's like I'm getting time. अभी तक time ही नहीं था. It's like school, college, ये वो, and it's
yeah, I think
really,
that
yeah, time,
space,
and that absorbing of things. You really need a free space time for yourself.
yeah, yeah. So why not give that space to our children
Yeah,
from the beginning? Why to wait for
yeah.
5 years and then give them the
Mm.
space? Ratish, you want to add something to this? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I would.
it's not about that, okay, so we are not saying, or I'm sure Preeti is also not, Preeti and Pranav are also not saying that start the open learning and then you will see a lot of changes in your
I
child.
know, I know. What I meant to say was uh, like little insights which I could get, post the unschooling. I know, I mean, it's nothing magical will happen. Yeah, but
Beginning
at least you
time.
get to you get lot to explore more than school.
Yeah, yeah. And as you said, the not magical doesn't happen because the child already is a magician. There's
Yeah.
no magic inside them, and I think that's what gets
Mm.
bloom and yeah. So I think Pranav, if you can just quickly want to share about the storytelling which you said, I will share a little later, or you want to share.
So 1 second, just one thing. Tanvi said that nothing magical will happen, but I feel magic happens. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Storytelling basically for us, I think ideally this what we do should be done by every single parent. It's just that probably parents are not able to do, and we are somewhere just as you said facilitators, and we just do it as a part of our thing. But that's it. So in our storytelling, basically we pick up a story, we align some concept to that story. So that is what we try. Probably bring some interest in terms of, so the storytelling happens, there is a science behind certain stories. It could be anything. It is very interactive kind of a thing. And then there are many activities that are aligned around it. So and there is a lot of fun, and there is reading. So idea is when you cultivate that interest about stories as a child, and not watching videos, but actually reading, or visualizing it, imagining it, then the reading, and it helps cultivate that reading thing. So, and reading, I feel, is one thing that the child probably should, everybody should have that interest in reading. So that's a very primary thing, which I personally feel.
Now Ratnesh will come back to you.
Ratnesh will come back. Probably different thoughts. So I think we can all coexist. We can all coexist. So, but the thing is, that is one thing, probably, in whatever way. So that is where the storytelling, that's what we do.
So basically, I'll quickly tell about what storytelling, what we do in it. So we pick up one simple story. It can be a simple Panchatantra story only, in not a very high Pandu story or something which is not heard by anybody. So it can be a simple hare and tortoise story, or any story that you can think of. So what we do is we enact that story. We become the characters of the story, and we show that live show to children. So it brings interest for them, and they get glued to the whole presentation, the way we brought the story to them. Then we connect one concept with the story, which could be like, say, if there's something that in the story, something related to sound has been talked. Okay, so we will now do something related to sound with them, like in a very child-friendly manner, that we'll just take a glass and put a rubber band on it and do like this, and vibrate the whole thing. And they will also do it by their own hand, and they will see, oh, vibration is happening, and because of that vibration, the sound is happening. And then that is the reason we could hear. So then this is just a trigger that we give to them, and then they start realizing that they start feeling sound everywhere. And they go back home and they start touching everything, feeling everything about sound, and they start thinking more about sound. So these kind of concepts we attach to the with the story. Then we read out the story to them. We show those pictures and everything. Then we connect one more game with it. So if sound is the topic in that particular section, then we'll bring in the musical instruments, the percussion instruments. They will play rhythms, and we will follow those rhythms. Everybody else will do the rhythm what one child is doing, other child is doing. So they will create their own rhythms, like la la la, anything that they are doing, and we'll all do together. So it is fun of being, being together as a group and all. So we play musical instruments and all, and then we end with the role play. Now, this is the third time in one session only we are doing the story, wherein children will now perform the story. So we will do some little bit of face painting on their faces, and we'll give them all the freedom to choose their own characters. So it is possible that out of a group of 10 children, 9 children are doing only one character, and one child is doing one character, like that. So whatever they decide, whichever character they want to choose, it is up to them. So this freedom, like we also get a lot of freedom in our ways. This freedom gives them a lot of love for the whole play thing, role play part. And they come up with their own this thing, oh, I want to become this, I want to become that. So we put some little paint on the face, or give them a face mask. Then they perform the story, and they do their own dialogues, they conduct it. So this is the whole concept about the storytelling that we do with children. And that has all started with Mishti being in our life. Like when she was 3 or 4 years old, then we started this thing together. Otherwise, we are corporate bankers.
So what I'm hearing, Preeti, is a lot of exposure of different kinds. And I'm again going back to your first slide where you brought a lot of different exposure. I think that matters as one of the, so not only the younger age, any age, I think that is something which help us growing in many different forms. Yeah. So it has been quite engaging space you made, Preeti and Pranav. We are at 6:35. We didn't realize, and we have been just talking for last 1.5 hours, and that's quite amazing to listen to all three of you. So I think with that we must
Thank you.
close and
Thank you so much.
connect with you. Whosoever wants to connect, we will also share your details in the webinar group so people can continue their journey from here. Yeah. So